I I do a seminar at shows. I've been doing it for 3 or 4 years now, called Find Your Style. And we start by separating your personal mark making, the things that you're looking for, like you just described, and first off establishing that everyone does have kind of a unique mark, a way to make a mark, and our job is to kind of hone that. And but then separating that from tattoo category. So when people are saying what style do you work in, they want to know, do you do new school, do you do neo trad, or whatever else. But I grab well-known artists in different styles. And so I might grab Guy and Ty McEwen, or I might
Yeah.
grab Timmy B and Jesse Smith, and put
Oh, yeah.
those pieces together. And then the one that I've used recently is a piece of yours and a piece of Steve Butcher's. And so I say, like, let's look at these pieces, and we can say these are both color realism pieces,
Yeah.
but let's think about how they're using shape, how they're using value, how they're using edge, how they're using color, and what makes those two people. Because you can look at using you two guys as an example, I could tell the difference in your work from 30 feet away, even though you're
Sure.
working in the same category because of the limitation of the medium. Do you feel like that is something that is that's difficult to get to describe, like to get your
To
mark
have
making
a
through?
uniqueness in your work, is that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah, yeah.
No, I mean, I think that everybody's mind works differently. I think like everyone finds things that are important to them. But one thing I've learned is like, if you're talented, man, and you know what you're looking at and you kind of have some fundamentals, it's really important to continue that road and not ask too many questions of too many people. Because a lot of times what happens is your work ends up looking like someone else's work in some way or another, especially if you're learning from someone, because you're basically taking their choices and re like gurgitating them in your work.
Mm.
So I think it's important to kind of trust your gut. If you know what you're looking at, you kind of have an idea, and to keep making, like, you have to be smart enough to make your mistakes and then kind of answer your own questions of why you don't like it or what could have been better. And I think that trusting your gut and trusting yourself is one of the most important things, I think, to teach artists, because it is good to find inspiration, like just say it's Steve or myself, and to look at our stuff and to learn from somebody, like we learn from somebody. But at a certain point, you got to kind of spread your wings and fly and start experimenting and kind of taking risks in order to find yourself. And it's about lighting your soul on fire, right? It's really hard because what sets your soul on fire, even if we do a similar style, is going to be different than what sets my soul on fire.
Mm.
And I think that that's what makes like Banksy amazing, or Van Gogh amazing, or Caravaggio amazing, is
Mm.
something lit these people's souls on fire to the point where they were so obsessed with what they were doing and they were so in love with it that it showed and it lives forever. And I think that that's what artists need to do. I mean, if you fucking want to get weird and start doing some weirdo shit and that just lights you on fire, that's going to bring people to you.
Mm.
That's going to make those people that enjoy that are going to find you. And that's the greatest part about the internet, is you can make any style yours. And if it's true to your heart and it's not faking the funk, you're going to be successful. And I think that that's the most important thing. I think that that's what I love about Steve's work, and that's what I love about, let's just say Valentina, like Val Tattoo.
Mhm.
Her
Yeah,
stuff's way more painterly, dude, and it's way loose, but I love it.
I
And
do
then there's
too.
people that do even crazier stuff, that it's way different, that like Steve has all those little circles and all the little details, and he loves the texture of the skin, and I love that.
Yeah.
And I just think that you got to just do what's true to your nature.